Okay guys, so we're back again in the sewing room today and we're going to have some fun because once again we've got another edition of our thrift store gems, and this one we're calling the Singer edition because as you can see everything we brought home this time around happens to be a Singer. So we've got something from I think 1919, a couple from the 1950s, and one all the way to 1978 or 1980, and so kind of a whole variety of Singer machines to show you guys. So we're going to take these guys one at a time and show them to you, show you what we got, show you what came with them. We'll plug them in together for the first time, see if they work, and see if they're keepers or paperweights, and see if they're worth getting back in circulation. So with that, let's get started and have some fun. Okay, so this is our first machine we have for you guys today, and it is a Singer 128. And when about was this one made?
I believe it's from 1919.
Right, that sounds about right.
Pretty old.
Yeah, it is, and it looks pretty old. It is absolutely beautiful, and it has a special name for the decals, right? What is that?
These decals are the La Vencedora decals.
La Vencedora.
Yes.
You sure about that?
I believe so. I think that's how you say it.
All right, let us know if that's not the right name there. That sounds a little fishy, but we'll go with that. La Vencedora. And that refers to the decal set. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. It's just beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
This is an absolute unit. It's just a piece of history, and we're really lucky to have found it in a thrift store.
Yes.
Now, it didn't look like this when we brought it home. Most of the time when we bring machines home from the thrift store, we wait to show you guys them in their raw form. This one, I apologize, we couldn't wait. We brought it home. We were pretty excited about it, and we spent about a half a day tearing it down and cleaning it inside and out and lubricating it, and kind of carefully rejuvenating the decal work and getting all of the finish cleaned up. Mm-hmm. And man, it cleaned up really, really nicely. And we're really, really happy with it, right?
Oh, yes. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm super happy with it.
Right. And so when I got this at the thrift store, it was very interesting because it had obviously been passed over several times by other people. It wasn't in the antique section. It wasn't up in a glass case. It didn't have any provenance that it would deserve. It was stuffed back on a lower shelf, kind of in the home goods section. Had a bentwood case that was just kind of just shuffled off the side. It had an instruction manual and a big gnarly motor and hand or a foot pedal set.
Didn't it have packing tape over it?
It was all packing tape together,
yeah.
And it was just really dirty, and it didn't look good. I don't know if I told you this, but the price tag on it said "Do not test," and so it's like it didn't look like it was anything anybody should be buying.
Right.
And I don't know if you remember when we were working on it, the needle bar was rotated.
Yes,
and we had to rotate it, and so the needle was just sticking to the plate.
Right.
And so it just seemed like a very defunct, ugly, piece of junk. Mess, basically, yeah. So, of course, when I walked in the door, and from about 45 feet away, I saw the bentwood case, and when you see a bentwood case in a thrift store, you're grabbing your wallet because usually that is a good thing, unless it's in a case or in the special antiques department where it's been appraised at $300 or $400. I knew this was going to come home. I didn't even get to lift it up off of the shelf. I had at least 3 different ladies come by. One that didn't even speak English, a cute little Mexican lady, like, is it a good machine? Is it good? Are you going to make it work? Is it, I was just like, I got it up to the cash register. I had 2 more people come up to me and ask me about it.
Wow.
It's a special machine. It's a lot of fun. But as you can see, it doesn't have a motor, and it doesn't have a crank, and it's not a treadle. And it's a very interesting story. Let me show you what this machine came with before we kind of give you a walk around on it. So basically, in addition to the machine, we got your basic doodad box. And I don't know that they came out with these doodad boxes in 1919. So
I'm not sure.
This is probably someone's collection that they had. But
yeah.
I do have a nice key for the bentwood case.
There's actually 2 keys.
Oh, do we have 2?
One's a real short key.
Oh.
One's a long one.
Okay.
But they both work.
They work.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
And we've got an extra needle plate and, rufflers and guides and all the stuff that you would get with someone's machine. I'm not sure if any of this or all of this came with the machine. I kind of doubt it, but it's super great to have them, and we love the doodads. So have a nice doodad box. This one actually came with a print off of Singer manual, instruction manual, where it actually says on it, I don't have my glasses, what does the top of that handwriting say on that?
Model 128, it's got the serial number and manufactured December 24th, 1919.
Awesome. So we really didn't have to guess very much. Somebody had actually given us that. And it's just a basic print off of the actual Singer manual. So that's neat to have. We got that. And then like I had mentioned, there was a bunch of stuff that was packing taped all over it. And this is what came with it. I believe this was a hand crank machine to begin with. That's my theory,
so.
Based on just the age of it and there being a shuttle bobbin and whatnot. But what I have is this huge, heavy Singer motor that it bolts into the standard hole on the side where a hand crank or a motor would bolt onto. So there's nothing weird there. It's an old motor and it does work. You can plug it in and it works. But then it's got this really, really heavy-duty cord with a construction extension cord plug on the end of it. And these pretty wild plug-in plugs, connectors that I've never seen before. And then what was attached to that was this monstrosity. This is the foot pedal that was on it. This has got to be a good 6 pounds. This thing is so heavy.
It's so
and then it's got these same receivers plugs that, have you guys ever seen these before? We've never seen them. They plug right into those. It works. There was nothing wrong with it. It runs. The motor turns on. But I've got this crazy, not a Singer. There's not an insignia anywhere on it. But it's a foot pedal. I mean, it doesn't look like it was cobbled together. It looks like an actual foot pedal from something.
And works, yeah.
And it does, but definitely not for this machine. And so I took all this off. I didn't think that this machine should have these running this. Mostly because of the age of it. Oh, look at the mess. This thing is just dirty. Pardon us, we have OCD. Now, mostly because of the age of this machine. I didn't think that we should be running, especially a pretty powerful motor. And it has a shuttle bobbin on it. This seems to me like the kind of machine that should be more of a slow-paced machine. And where it doesn't look like it's had any electrical holes that they've been patched up or anything. This looks to be original set up for a hand crank.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
I do believe so. And all of them that I've seen online with these decals do have a hand crank.
Oh, they do.
So I believe this was a hand crank machine.
You found other examples online?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fabulous.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I found lots of hand cranks. So,
okay. And now we've never had a hand crank machine.
We have not.
So we decided this would be the first one that we would love to do that with. Yeah. And so I know that you can buy cheap ones like on Amazon, like knockoffs.
You can, just an aftermarket basic hand crank. But because this is so special, I would really like to get an original Singer hand crank that matches this machine. That would be perfect.
For sure.
So,
and I'm sure they're not cheap.
I'm sure they're not.
So we'll have to keep our eye out.
For one.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye out for one and try to see if I doubt we're going to run across that at a thrift store, but
doubt it.
Probably have to get one on eBay or something.
Yeah.
But it'll be complete, and then we'll have an actual hand crank machine
from
1919. So the other thing that it did come with was this really nice bentwood case. And as you can tell, it's in just really nice condition. There's no cracks and no breaks, no problems. The lock works. It's got a really nice folding handle with a swivel dowel on the top. When I saw this thing, even though it was all kind of banged up in the bottom of the shelf with stuff all over it, I knew this was a really special machine. So we're just really, really pleased with it. So let's really quickly, let's go around it real quick and show what kind of features it has and what it does. So what do we have here?
This is obviously the bobbin winder, and it seems to work pretty well. And the tire seems like it's in really great condition.
It's engaging just fine.
It engages, and the cam on the front works real well.
Is it going back and forth?
It is.
It is. That looks great. Okay,
yep.
cool.
So that's great.
And now it doesn't have anything special as far as features. No zigzag, no doesn't go in reverse. It just has the one basic standard stitch length.
Stitch length.
What do you call that? Stitch length knob. It's kind of hard to turn, and they kind of all are. but it just elongates the length of your stitch, and it works, right?
It does.
It does do the thing. So
absolutely.
It is a shuttle bobbin, right? And, but it's all here and it all works, right?
Yep, I believe so. And came with a shuttle right here.
You just push the button and it pops out, right?
Yep. See if I can get it out here. Beautiful.
And as you can see, it's in good shape. It works. It looks really nice. There's no nicks or dings or bangs. It just is great. So we've got a shuttle bobbin, and what do we got? The tensioner.
Yep,
we've got a little take-up spring, and this tightens down and loosens up and interacts with the foot lever. So that's great. Now take a look at these awesome decals. Not decals. What would these be? An embossed? Decorative plate.
So.
I'm not sure the technical terms. I apologize.
It's beautiful though.
It's really, really nice. It's definitely old school and looks really nice. So
yeah.
And then the lever works really well. Yep. I believe this is a thread cutter, is it not?
This thing right here is, yeah.
Never been able to get those to work for me, but I prefer the scissors, but okay. And then check this out. Another really nice decorative plate, just with a single thumb screw. So you can get in and lubricate all your parts and pieces in there, which works great. Now this thing here, look at how smooth. It wasn't like that when we brought it home, but it didn't take much to rejuvenate it, right? I mean, we just
really didn't. No.
Cleaned and lubed it. It was good. And then the clutch disengages and the clutch re-engages. Looks good. Yeah. We've got a nice doodad box with a basic lid. And on the 99s we have with the bentwood cases, this is where all the electronics are.
That's where the foot pedal basically
is. The foot pedal controller is for the knee lever or whatever it came with. But this is completely empty and doesn't have any holes drilled in it, which makes me think that this was set up for a hand crank.
Yeah, so I believe so.
That's that.
Yep.
And that's the machine. So we're really pleased with it. Really, really lucky to have found it. It was a really good deal. Just needed some TLC, and this is why we just really appreciate when people take their old machines. It was grandma's and maybe they passed, or the kids have come across it in the attic, or however these machines come to the thrift store. We appreciate it. If you've got an old machine like this and it's not looking great and you don't know what to do with it, please donate it, because people like us will swoop it up.
We will.
We'll give it a home. We'll bring it to you guys for information and for fun, and then we'll get it up and running and back in service. And we've got a good collection of machines these days, but one of these days, they'll all end up into a charity circuit or made into good homes or something along these lines. So keep donating those machines. So that's it, right?
Yep, that's
okay,
it.
Let's go to the next one. Okay, so up next we have this beautiful machine that we picked up also in a thrift store, and this is a fan favorite because this is the very popular Singer 401A, right?
Correct.
Now, we have got one more of these that we got last year, and if you have been keeping up with our channel, you know that I did a whole Is It a Keeper video on it, and then I believe a 2-part maintenance and repair video session on it as well. It needed gone through pretty badly, and I had a problem with this stitch selector system, that it wasn't all reaching all the different stitch selections. I got it all torn apart and fixed, and so check that video out if you haven't seen it. But so we're a little more familiar with this one, right?
Yes, for sure.
But the last one came in a cabinet.
Yeah.
And this one here did not. This is a freestanding machine with a plastic bucket and a lid. And before we get too far, let me show you that, because this is very cool. This machine came with this really heavy, I don't know what you would call this, like a suitcase situation, with some cool self-clamps on it. And it just fits right over the machine and latches. I won't do it here because it's a little hard to do, but it's really heavy. It's got really thick wood construction, but also inside of it is a doodad box that's kind of on a hinge. It slides open like this, and then it comes out. How cool is that? I don't know if I've actually looked inside of this before. What does this say on here? Someone wrote...
Attachments.
Someone wrote attachments with a mixture of lowercase and uppercase letters. That's always a good sign.
I love this little Singer embossed metal plate there. That's really cool.
You can see that? That is really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what's inside of here. Oh, we got cams. Ooh. Okay, so those of you in the 401 world know that the 401A comes with a complete cam stack built into the machine, which is kind of its claim to fame, and that all of these stitch selections work with the cam stack. But if you wanted to pay extra money back in like 1957, maybe,
I believe, yes,
you could also order 4 additional decorative cams, which these probably are. I haven't looked exactly at what cams they are, but I would imagine that that's what those are. Also, we've got some basic, we've got another needle plate, and this is looking like maybe a wide, that's a zigzag, and this is the straight. This one has just a small needle hole, and that one has a zigzag plate, I believe. So that's really cool to have that as well. This is like a complete unit. I've got like 4 or 5 different feet and attachments. And again, they go right up inside the box and hide away. So that's super neat. Okay, so that's the lid and the box that came with it. Now, what do we think about this? This is fresh from the thrift store. We have not done anything to it. It's really quite dirty still, but it's in pretty good shape, right?
It really is. It looks like it hasn't been used much. Needs some cleaning.
Doesn't have a lot of scratches on it. Not a lot of wear. It's actually in better shape than our other one.
It really is, yes. It
doesn't sound good.
Some oil for sure.
Yeah, it definitely needs some lubrication.
Boy, yeah.
But it's going up and down.
It is, yes.
Okay. So we're taking a look at this for the first time with you guys. How about this? How's the bobbin winder working?
Let's see.
Is it engaged?
Here. That tire is pretty worn.
I love how elegant these ones are, where they just hide away in the machine.
Tuck right
you don't need
there.
any more complication than
cool.
that.
Yeah.
It is super elegant and simple. I really like that.
It is engaging.
It's working.
So
good.
yeah, that's
Excellent.
good.
Excellent. And both of our spool holders are in good shape. That's cool. Yeah. The other one we had was bent, and we had to heat it up and straighten it. Yeah. We got the lid.
Lid works well.
And it's got
lid was broken on the other one.
That's right. We had to fix it.
Pop that back on.
This is all in really good shape. All the lettering looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. The cam has a cam in it.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yep. So we've got 5 cams. That checks out. Because
cool.
I think that it was a 5 cam package you could buy.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool.
That looks good.
That's
your forward reverse.
Works and loosens and tightens as needed.
And now, does it govern if you tighten it all the way in?
It does. Yeah.
Yep, so now it's only going up and down this much, and if I loosen it, it goes up and down all the way. So absolutely perfect. It's got the 401A emblem and a nice Singer emblem. Okay, it's got the spool holder down here for the bobbin winding mechanism. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
Yeah, you'll take your thing right around here and then right up to here.
Fabulous. And then this is a tensioner for that, and that looks complete as well.
Yep.
This dial right here, or the switch, is to remove. It lifts up and lowers this mechanism, so you can just remove the plate, and that's so if you can put in the other plate for the straight stitch instead of zigzag, or the other 401 we have, you could put in one that's a cover.
You can.
To cover up and hide the feed dog, so you can do free motion quilting and darning, right?
But I don't think you need to cover it. I think in this position, it just holds it up above the feed dogs. Am I?
Yeah, I think you might be right. It does seem to kind of hold it up just enough to, it doesn't come loose, but it maybe holds the feed dogs down out of the way. So yeah, we'll check that out. We'll have to test that out. But I know the other one does have a block off plate.
You are correct, yes.
Which made me think that was what that was for, but I don't know. Maybe we're wrong. Okay, so in the same area here, we've got the bobbin case lid, and it slides in and out really nice.
Nice.
It's in really good shape.
Good.
And the bobbin itself, how do we get that out of there? Does that have a button?
I don't think so. I think maybe you just pop it out like that. That's a 66 bobbin.
Yeah. And while we're here, let's take the needle out. First thing we like to do before we mess with these, because we are going to plug this in, is take the needle out and the bobbin out, so we don't make a bird's nest and we don't get hurt. I don't get hurt. That's me. So, okay, so that looks really good. And can you please turn the wheel and we'll take a look at the bobbin?
Ooh,
it's a rotary.
Nice.
I forgot that's a rotary.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. That's a nice one.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, that looks good. And it's a little dry, like we said, but it's working. Okay. Coming up here, we've got the tensioner for the upper end tensioner. Has a little take-up spring, and that looks good. The The foot lever is engaging with springs, so that looks like it's good. And it does tighten in and pull out with stops. So can't ask for more with that. Up here, we've got a left-right needle positioner. Left, middle, right, which works in conjunction with the stitches, with the stitch selection patterns and stuff. So you have to kind of go with the cheat sheets to know what they're for.
Okay.
I don't see it moving the...
It should be moving that back and forth though, right? Or maybe not.
Machines that don't have all this complicated cams in it do that. They move, you can see it move back and forth, but this one might be different.
Okay. I can't remember if that should be...
I can physically move this a little bit, so I think that might be working. We'll test it out. And then the stitch selectors are super cool on this machine. If you're familiar with them, they're basically, they have two sides. And again, you look at the cheat sheet and you figure out what it is you want to use. The top lever you push in and rotate around, and it gives you your stitch selection on my side. And the far side you pull out to get your stitch selection for that side. And it's the combination of them that gives you your decorative stitch. And that's just super cool. The technology that was built into this in 1957, I think that's pretty impressive.
For sure.
I think that's really neat. The other one we got it working really well, and it was fun to use. So hopefully this one looks like it's in better shape. Maybe we can get it going really well as well. So that's about the front of that. Does that swing open? Okay.
It does.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Can you please rotate the wheel? Yeah. Everything just looks really dry.
It feels dry.
Everything. There's not fresh oil on any of these components in here at all. So it's gonna lube up and be really nice.
Good.
So, and then it's got a cool diagram on here on how to wind the direction for the bobbin, and also how to wind the
how to thread the machine.
How to thread the machine as well. So that's always really fun to have.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Okay. Coming around the back. Nice Singer insignia. It's in really good shape. There aren't any scratches on this machine.
I don't see a one.
You haven't wiped this down, have you?
No, I have not.
All right.
It's in great shape.
Really nice. Okay.
Love it.
Can you bring it around again, please? What do you got? Let's see here if the clutch disengages. Yep. Clutch disengages.
Nice. Good.
Re-engages, and it's going again. So absolutely perfect.
Wonderful. And this is where your power cord plugs in?
Yeah, I thought isn't that what that is down here? Is that for the pedal?
Oh, we need a power cord and a pedal cord.
This one has them in separate.
Yes.
Okay. And do we have both of those?
I am not sure.
We have
a pedal cord.
We have the pedal. This came with it. I know that. Right. So let's see if does that plug into there?
It does.
It feels pretty good. It feels like it's going up and down. Okay. So we need power for it, right?
Yes.
Did we not get a power cable with it?
I'm not sure. Is it not that black one right there that you're touching? That's it.
This is it?
I believe so.
Fabulous. Okay. Can you plug that in, please?
This has 3 holes, but there's only 2 prongs sticking.
That's okay. So we've had that happen before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just doesn't have a ground or something that it doesn't need.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. That works.
How exciting. Let's see if she lights on fire or smokes or makes funny noises. Okay, guys. The needle's out and the bobbin's out, so...
You're plugged in.
Okay, is there a switch? We can get a light. Look at this. We're off to a good start. We have power and the light. Sure. There's nothing smoking. There's no weird buzzing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Give her a slow shot
I'm going
of
slow
life.
because I know it's really dry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to
noise.
The beans. Wow.
Is that all it does?
That's floored.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is our clutch engaged?
Let's disengage the clutch real quick, please. Just take some of the weight off of it.
Oh, there we go.
Now try it again. See if you can get it. Okay, good.
So that's something.
Okay, good. Now re-engage it, please. Okay. This way. There we go. That's full speed?
That is full speed, yes. It may get better as we
Keep
oil
going.
it.
Okay, good. Let me just see if it will work on different settings. Okay, try again. Looks good.
Is the needle bar moving back and forth at all?
It's really pretty hard to tell. Let me do that and see what happens. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm not seeing it do it, but I don't know if I'm on a stitch that's going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Try that. Okay. Try that. I don't see it moving back and forth. So,
do you think that might get better with oil?
Well, no, I doubt it. It's something's out of adjustment. If it doesn't work,
Okay.
There's something's out of adjustment, or something needs tightened, or something's disengaged. Probably.
Whatever it is, I'm sure we can fix it.
We will fix it. We'll make
I'm
it.
sure you can fix it.
We'll do it together. This isn't a comprehensive test of the the whole system. So until we actually get in and put a needle in it and try to run a stitch with it, we won't know for sure.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
That's not the purpose of today. Today we just want to know: does it turn on? Does it smoke? Does it make weird noises? Does it smell funny? And does the light work? And does it actually do the thing? And what does it need? So far, what we know is that it works like a champ. It just needs cleaned a little bit and some lubrication.
Yep.
And I think this is a runner and a keeper. So
yeah, for sure.
Very, very cool. Very excited.
Yep, I'm excited to use this.
Is that about it on this one?
I think so.
Okay, that's our Singer 401A. Let's do the next one. Okay, so this is our third machine. What do we have here?
This is a Singer 503J.
And what does the J mean?
It is referring to where it was manufactured, I believe somewhere in Quebec, Canada.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. And now we do have another one of these, right?
We do.
And much like the last one, the 401, this is very similar to the one we have, except it also came in a cabinet, whereas that this one is freestanding in its own bucket with a lid. And I'll show you that real quick. It's not as cool or special as the last one, but it does have its own lid. It has a little Singer badge on it. It's just like a hard plastic lid. There's no hidden doodad compartments or anything, but it does latch on, and you can carry it around. Yeah, and it's a nice portable machine. And I think they're all like aluminum or whatever lightweight metal
they're
that they're
very
made
lightweight,
of.
yes.
So it's a very portable machine and also very popular. Now this is also referred to as the Rocketeer, right?
Yes.
And just like the 401, this has a cult following. Very popular machine. People who grew up with these in the early 60s, I believe, just love them. The memories that they made, and we've heard so many awesome stories in the comments about that their mom used one or they learned to sew on one, and they just loved them, and they still use them to today. They're just a time-tested, awesome piece of history. So we're really lucky to have found this one. Also got a really great deal on it at a thrift store and brought it home. And again, we haven't done anything to this one. You didn't wipe this one up, right?
I did not.
It is a little dirty, but it isn't bad.
It's a little dirty, yeah.
It's in pretty good shape, too.
Yeah.
So
Not a lot of scratches or anything.
No, it looks pretty good. So let's take a quick look around it. What do we have on this one?
Well, it turns.
That's good. It sounds a little dry.
Sounds dry, but not as bad as the 401.
Okay, but it is turning.
It is turning, for sure.
How about the clutch? Can you disconnect that, please? It's not disengaging?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Fabulous. Good.
It's hard doing this backwards. I'm usually on the front of the machine doing this.
Yep. Magic of Hollywood. Okay, cool. Now on the front of this, we've got a stitch selector, forward and reverse, and it should tighten up and give us governing, which it does. Loosen it and you go up and down more all the way. Perfect.
Good.
All right, and what's this? Is this much like the...
Much like the 401.
There's a bunch of little words on there.
Straight and zigzag. Then we have darn, which brings that up.
Just like you were saying on the last one.
Yep.
It didn't say it on it, but this one here says, hey, this is for darning.
And then one more step to bring it up all the way, and you can take it off.
Now, we didn't get any doodads with this one, right? So we don't have extra plates or anything.
We do not.
Luckily, we have other machines we can borrow with them or whatever, but this one doesn't have it. But we don't need... does it have... This is zigzag foot? It is. Yep. So if you've only got one foot, you'd prefer to have the zigzag one like this, because if you have just the straight stitch one with a small needle hole, you won't be able to use the zigzag function because it'll just pierce the plate.
You'll break your needle.
You break your needle, and I've had them break off and actually went in the back of my throat before, and that's not fun. So that's cool. That's set up well. The bobbin slider works really nicely. This one does not have a bobbin in it. Did we take a bobbin out already?
I don't remember taking that bobbin out, so maybe it just didn't have one.
And no needle. Did you take the needle out already?
Nope.
Okay, so someone beat us to that. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can. It's probably a 66 standard bobbin, right?
And this is a slant shank.
Yep. just like the 401.
Has a little bit of a different thread cutter on this. See this?
Oh, it's a notch.
Right,
yeah, it's a notch in the shank.
Yeah.
I still don't have any luck with those. I have to use the scissors because I've never gotten one of these.
Yeah, they're
one of these to work, but that's just me. I'm not good at that. So the foot goes up and down well?
Yep, that moves.
Good. And is it go again, please? Let me tighten this up. Yep, and it's engaging with the tensioner, so that's good. Does it have a spring? Got a little take-up spring. The tensioner goes in and out. That's just perfect. Looks good. Does the door open up?
Door opens.
Good. Our other one, the hinge on top is broken, so when you open it, it falls. So this is better.
Yeah. Good.
Is that a diagram? That is a little diagram. It's not quite as nice looking as the other one. It's a little more sparse, but
got a cool dial here too. Is that for your presser foot?
That's presser foot tension, yeah.
Okay.
Fabulous. Okay. So that's good. That works well.
Cool.
Neat.
Good.
Now this one here, I believe this is a 503.
Yeah.
I believe there's a 501 that has the built-in cam stacks like the 401.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that model. This is the 503, meaning there's only one. There's only one at a time cam.
Mm-hmm. You have to have the cam to
It does have a cam in it right now. Luckily, I'm pretty sure that the top hat cams that come with the 401 also work with this one. So we should be able to interchange them and use them all. Yeah, see that? Cam comes right out. It doesn't have a cam stack. You have to pick a cam. And it's got a set of instructions up here, which look really nice. They're in really good shape. They're not tattered or torn or scratched, so you can see what's going on. Shows you how to do your basic patterns and stitches, so that's cool. And it is a zigzag machine. It does have a left-right, and you can see on this one, when I go left-right, it's moving the needle bar left and right. So that's working.
That's a good sign.
And then it's got a left-right center positioning. So this is going to be a zigzag width determinant, and this is going to be, if you just want to hold it left, center, or right, you can do that. Super simple machine, but compared to like the 1919 machine that doesn't even go backwards, having needle positioning and having zigzag and a cam holder that gives you stitch abilities, it's pretty high tech, man.
For sure.
I like it. And honestly, you know what? After having worked for many hours on the 401A, on the whole cam stack situation and all of the specialty fingers and holders and all the doodads inside of it, hey, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of simple machine. A lot less stuff here to go wrong.
Yeah.
So, this might be why this is a pretty popular machine.
Yeah,
so
likely.
It's nice having all the fancy gear, but don't mind that at all. Also, if you can open it up again, please. This also has the bobbin winder built in up here, right? And does it not just flick open, grab the little handle? There you go, and it locks, right?
Sure, yeah.
And then so that's how it knows when it's done.
That's its engagement.
Once it fills up, it'll
pop
off and disengage it.
Okay.
So hopefully that works as well. That's pretty neat.
Cool.
And so you don't do anything with the bobbin winding down here. It's all up top.
Check this out.
What's that?
There's an extra spool pin holder. It was just turned upside down and hiding down in there.
You know what? I thought those were just to hold the little felts for you. Because when you see someone had this has a little felt. They had it on this side, stuck in here.
Oh.
I didn't even know those came out.
You thought it was just a felt holder?
Just a felt holder, yeah. How fun.
It's an extra spool pin.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day, guys. That's why we're here, spread the wealth.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? These fold down.
Yeah.
This one does not. That's why you have to do that.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Neat.
All right.
Fun. And looks like the thread guides are all here, and they aren't broken, so looks good.
Good.
Okay. What else we got? Let's bring it around.
Boy, it's pretty basic. There's not a lot going on back here.
Really nice Singer insignia, though, just like the last one. And it just looks brand new.
It really does.
The case, the base is a little. It looks like it's been against some drywall, but the machine itself looks absolutely fabulous. What's it say on the back here? Singer Manufacturing. Okay. Neat.
Do we have a pedal and a power
Time to plug it in, right? We didn't get any doodads, right? But,
no doodads.
I
think it's the tan one.
Not that.
No?
No.
Oh.
I think it's this one.
No. Yep,
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
this is it. And it feels good.
Good.
It's got a rubber band.
That's a start.
Good sign. Now this one here is a combo, right? Because it's going to have one plug-in that's going to control the
right there on the front.
Everything all together,
Right here.
just like this, right? How's that plug in there? Oh, it goes like this. Gotta do it right. Okay, that's in. Here's your pedal.
Okay.
This is our favorite part, guys. Pull that.
All right.
All right, guys. Does it work?
It is plugged in.
Okay. Is there a light? Somewhere up in here. Hey, man, we are really batting 1,000 today. This is great. Okay.
Are you ready?
No needle, no bobbin. I think we're in good shape. Give it a shot.
Ooh. It's kind of quiet.
Very quiet.
It's nice.
Is that full blast?
Yep, that's full blast.
Okay. Wow. That sounds amazing.
That's awesome.
It sounds actually quite powerful.
Yeah, it
and
does.
Smooth, and it's not even serviced.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be
inside
real
here.
nice when it's oiled up.
Can you do that again, please? Not full blast. Okay, stop. There isn't any oil in here. Everything is dry to the bone. So this is going to improve quite a bit. But
Yeah,
that really
for sure.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Now, let's go again, kind of
It's got
medium
really good
speed control.
Yeah.
So wait, stop. Let's try that.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's moving back and
it
forth.
is.
Hey, look at that.
Cool.
What a score.
I'm excited about this one.
This is a fun machine.
Yeah.
This might be a good one because it's so lightweight that you can take to your Linus Foundation sew-alongs.
Yeah.
This is a great portable machine.
Yeah, I would love that.
This would stitch up quilt piecing
Oh,
really
yeah.
nicely.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Cool. I think I might do that.
Okay,
Awesome.
fabulous. Well, that is our Singer 503J, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. One more to go. Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, so this is our last machine for the day, and this is something a little bit different, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
This is a little bit out of our wheelhouse, but we saw it, and it was only like $13, and we thought it's worth a try, and we sure like to bring it to you guys, and we'd love to hear from you guys if you have played with one of these before or grew up with one, or, I think it's probably from the early 80s. Late 70s.
I think so.
It looks to me to be one of the original electronic machines.
I think so.
But again, it's not our wheelhouse, so I'm not exactly sure. But let's just take a quick look at it and see if we can figure out what it does and
what is this?
what it is. And anyway, it is a Singer Futura 900, and that's about as much as I know about it. It is still really quite dirty and untouched. We haven't looked at it. We haven't messed with it. It does have. Move that back just a little bit. It does have this case that it came with. It hooks up to the base, and it has like spring-loaded release hinges or latches, and it's got a Singer insignia on it. But what's really cool is the top of it has this kind of cool retractable robotic 80s 80s
handle.
retractable handle. But this side of the box has a lid that holds doodads. And let's see what we got here. So this one came with a book. This might be helpful for us.
Oh boy.
Look at that. Futura. Sewing Machine 900. Everything you should know about sewing on the world's most advanced sewing machine.
Ooh.
And it has, I'm not sure what this lady's doing on the front, but it's all good. And it looks like a pretty comprehensive, colored manual. So neat. Excellent. So we have a book, came with it. And then also, we've got this doodad box. If I can get it out of here.
This says copyright 1973.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that surprises me. I thought it was...
They couldn't have had an electronic machine in 1973. I guess they could have, but... Okay, so let's take a look at what is inside of this doodad box. Oh, wow. We got all kinds of stuff. This is like a complete setup. So look at this. Guys, these are cams. They're pretty funky looking. This is definitely a more modern looking, what does that say? Flexi stitch? Okay. So but anyway, yeah, those are cams. So this is a cam machine. Neat.
Cool.
Okay, what do we have here?
Ooh, a buttonholer.
A
buttonhole guide,
guide,
I think is what it is.
You
Yeah.
can get different lengths and stuff of buttonholes.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
been used.
Nice.
Okay, a brush, a guide. Oh, look at this. 3 different needle plates.
Cool.
Okay, now this is what I was saying on the 401. This one lifts up and hides the feed dogs, so you can
just kind of covers it.
Free motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of them.
That's cool.
Wow, neat. Boy, if this machine works, that'll be fun. What else we got here?
Ooh, a walking foot.
What? It's got a walking foot, a singer walking foot.
Cool.
And this is slant shank, right? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
It slants this way and the machine goes that way, so it looks pretty wild.
It's really weird from the profile for sure.
But this looks like a working walking foot.
Awesome.
A couple of plastic feet. Oh, look at this. A bobbin.
Oh, that looks like the kind of bobbin that goes in the touch and sew.
It does, because it's see-through and it has little rings. I don't know if you guys can see the little rings on the outside. And it's got a window. If you look in here, it does. It looks just like the touch and sew with this little white lever.
Do you think you wind the bobbin in place just like the touch and sew?
It's sure what it looks like.
It does.
I think it winds in place just like the touch and sew. How fun.
That's interesting.
That was a pretty high-tech thing to try to figure out before. So, okay, and then what do we have here? A couple more feet. Okay, just some basic stuff here, but really the cams are cams are really, really cool, and I'm glad we have a bobbin, because that would have been hard to figure out. It never would have crossed my mind that it was a touch and sew.
Me neither.
Okay, cool. Fun.
All right.
Neat. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? So if you guys can see down in here, I got this little lever that comes down, and I think it has something to do with the bobbin winding. I can't remember. I think you kick it over and it tells it to wind or something like that.
I think so. Yeah, I haven't done it enough to remember how it works, but
crazy. Okay. Yeah. So let's take the needle out, because we know that all get hurt. I'm the captain of getting hurt, and that's kind of a shorter needle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, let's soak this in. What do we see? First of all, I see a dial down here. That must be tension, 1 to 8. That's kind of neat. Upper tension. Okay. The foot goes up and down. That's neat. Okay. What do we have on the front here? What is this? This is a dial. And it's got fine to something else. So that's going to be stitch length. Oh, it goes all the way around. Okay, so we have stitch length, and I don't know what these pictures are. Well, buttonholer and something there. I don't know what the yellow is, but we have stitch length and buttonholer. This is a pretty high tech for...
Yeah, it says stitch length over here.
Pretty high tech for an older machine, but all that stuff is something. So we'll leave it kind of on a larger stitch. Okay. Coming around the back, can you flip it around, please? Okay, again with the same Singer insignia. It's in good shape. I don't know if it's dirty or if it'll shine up, but it's just kind of dull and it's a little dirty.
It's pretty dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't see cracks or breaks. I mean, it's kind of yellowed.
A little bit, yeah.
But maybe they had a smoker. I don't know. What is it? What's going on here with the switch? This switch has 3, 1, 2, 3 positions. So off.
Could it be a high and a low?
Like a torque, like on a
Viking.
On a Viking.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Maybe.
I've never seen a Singer with that.
I haven't either, but I've never seen a Singer like this before. So
weird.
Okay. Can you bring it around some more, please?
Look at the profile on this.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange. Okay.
It's falling over.
Can you please try to work the... Okay, it turns.
Yeah, it does. It
does not sound good.
No, it doesn't feel good either.
I mean, it isn't like clicking or anything, like something's broken or stuck. Yeah. But it's definitely like dry.
Yeah.
But it's working.
Yeah, for
Fabulous.
Sure.
Okay. And the feed dogs, can you try one more time, please? Yep. Now the feed dogs don't have teeth.
They're plastic. They're smooth.
They're like smooth, but they're kind of sticky. I wonder if that's just a different technology.
I don't know about that.
Like a friction instead of a tooth.
Yeah. Weird.
No idea.
Not sure about that.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on.
What do we got going on here? Pressure. So I have a foot pressure. Mm-hmm. It says darn and not darn. I don't know. There's words up here that aren't showing. Almost like it's in the wrong position.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I have no idea. Okay. There's no. This doesn't open. So yeah, we've got the upper tension right here. Okay, now what we've got here are 3 dials, or 2 dials and a cam.
I'll hold it for you.
Needle position. So this is going to be Oh, you can see when I move this back and forth, the needle's going back and forth. Okay, so that's needle position. That's cool. And this says pie selector. Are they calling the are they calling the cams a pie? A P? It says PI.
I have no idea. I don't know what that's referring to, but
that's going to happen when we plug it in. It's going to change. Something's going to light up when we do that. And then it says release with a button down here. So when I pull down on this, what is that? Can you lay it back, please? I have no idea. But that's how the cam comes out. I wonder if that's supposed to pop that up. Guys, I have no idea. Okay, well, it's pretty Buck Rogers for me. I don't know.
It is.
But pretty neat. I like it. I mean, let's see if it works. If we can get it to work and figure out all the little... It's got like a little display here with... Oh, this thing moves back and forth. There's a little red indicator to tell you which stitch you're on. But it looks like they might light up. I'm guessing.
Okay.
We have a plug for this one, right?
We do. It is right behind you there.
This one?
That tan one, yep.
Okay. And it's got a more modern, maybe it feels like an electronic foot pedal.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this all untangled. How fun. What was the other electronic one we had? Was it the Athena?
Yes.
It was even more like, it was different than this. It looked older, but also newer.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Can you plug that in, please? This is an original Singer. Oh, this is a... Guys, this says touch and sew right on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I wonder if this is a version, basically, of the touch and sew. Because this gold stuff right here looks touch and sew.
Well, we have a gold...
Yeah.
Gold, what's the model of the touch and sew? We have golden something?
It's the golden something.
It's a golden something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a golden...
And it has this same...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we have the touch and sew bobbin and a touch and sew foot pedal. So, yeah, neat.
Okay, are we ready for this?
You know, the touch and sews get a bad rap just from how they don't last.
Do.
Just because they have plastic gears and stuff. But, guys, I've heard so many people rave about the touch and sews because when they were in high school, the high schools bought them up, and that's what they used in a home ec class. Right. And so people learned how to sew on these touch and sews, and so they're really, really attached to them. So I just, you know, I think it's great. They're all fun to me.
They are.
This one could smoke. We'll see.
We'll see. No smoke yet. Does it have a light?
I don't know.
Do I need to do this button over
Maybe
here?
the one's a light switch. Nothing?
Nothing.
What do we have here? There is a light. Oh, it's missing the light bulb. Okay. So it comes down here. Doesn't have a light bulb. So we can't test that. That's too bad. Now, what do you have? Is it to the switches on?
I think so. I'm in the topmost position here.
I'm not seeing anything light up. Okay, give the photo try. Nothing?
Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So this is not an electronic machine.
Maybe not.
When I saw this stuff here, I assumed, because they're kind of behind this dark glass, I kind of assumed they were going to light up.
Oh,
like
really?
the Athena.
Yeah.
That one had a circuit board in it that it lit up.
Yeah.
Different selections, but this just has a red selector tag.
So maybe this isn't electronic.
This does not appear to be an electronic machine. This is just a futuristic touch and sew, I guess. That's what's going on here, right?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on here.
Okay, try it again. Okay. Again. Okay, it's doing this.
It is going back and forth.
Okay, it just sounds like it's really dry.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that it's like, it's just making awful noises.
Yeah.
Okay. Try it again. Okay, well, it works. Can you go full speed real quick just to see what it looks like? Wow. Okay. Was that on one switch or two?
That's on the topmost position.
So if you wouldn't mind, go to the bottom to make sure that it's off.
Okay.
And now try it.
That's off.
So that's off. What does the first one do? What were you just on? You were.
I was on the
second one.
I was on the
now you're in the middle.
Now I'm in the middle.
Okay. What does that do? That's a lot more aggressive. Isn't it?
I think the top one is more aggressive.
Okay. Yeah. So they're speeds.
They're speeds.
That's a speed control.
Yeah.
Neat. Because if you don't have the if it's going too fast, then you can slow it down. And I wonder if it's higher torque like the Vikings. Like when you go to that lower setting, it's a more of a torquey deal.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Isn't that crazy? We brought this home. I thought for sure this was an electronic machine, like an early electronic.
Yeah.
Not at all. So it's just a super high tech cam machine.
A futuristic touch and sew is a really good way to describe it.
As it sits, I don't know if it's a keeper. If we can get it to smoothen out, and then we can get it to the cams to work, and we can get the bobbin to load properly, and it's balanced right, and the tension's right, and it sews real well. I mean, it's got obviously plenty of power.
Oh yeah,
so,
for sure.
And there's it's not broken, it's not clanking and stuff. So if we can get in and service this thing up properly and get to know it, I mean, it's a good one for the collection.
It might be. It may just be worth the $13 that we spent on it.
It just might. If nothing else, we got a touch and sew plug-in and
true.
And foot pedal and a bobbin assembly. So excellent. Okay, well,
all right.
That's the Singer tour for the day, right?
I think so.
How fun! It was a good one.
Oh yeah, that was lots of fun.
Awesome, and we've got more in the pipeline and more to come. So stick around for future videos and future thrift store finds. We are just rich in thrift stores around here, so they just don't stop coming. I mean, every week we go out and there's new ones every time we go. So we definitely don't bring all of them home.
Oh no,
there's a lot of them out there that aren't worth even picking up, but sometimes we get lucky. So awesome. Well, thanks a lot for coming along. This has been a lot of fun. We will definitely see you next time. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And remember, when it comes to sewing machines, you can never have too many. See you next time.